Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice You Know with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Emma Puckett with today's Ag News. Let's turn to today's calendar updates. Make plans now to visit the Henry County Fair August 8th through 15th. Visit henrycountyfair.org. In addition, Stop 2 of the Ohio Soybean Association Hometown Tour is today at the Arable Research Lab in Delaware. And Stop 3 is tomorrow at Bridgewater Dairy in Montpelier. Register for this free event at www.soyohio.org/hometown. Let's take a look at today's agricultural news. Enthusiasm for Ohio youth and agriculture during the 2024 Ohio State Fair Sale of Champions Livestock Auction. Caps were met and exceeded at the sale on Sunday in the WCOL Celeste Center with a grand total in sales of $260,500. More than $134,000 will fund the Virgil L. Strickler Youth Reserve Program to continue supporting Ohio youth in agriculture and beyond. I'm so impressed by the Junior Fair livestock exhibitors for a tremendous display here at the Ohio State Fair of their work throughout the year, said Ohio Expo Center and State Fairgrounds Executive Director Adam Heffron. The fair and especially the sale would not be possible without the generous support of all the dedicated buyers. Several new buyers participated in the sale this year, including Springer Mountain Farms, Farmer Boys, Sarka Electric, Dangler Excavating LLC, and the Ohio Quarter Horse Association All-American Quarter Horse Congress. In other ag news, corn and soybeans are having the best growing season in 4 years.
Even though this past week several regions have been hit with some very hot weather,
the Midwest seems miraculously immune from this extreme heat, and the growing season continues to roll on with corn and soybeans in pretty good shape.
Rolling on, USDA meteorologist Brad Rippey says as we start this week, corn and soybean ratings continue to run within 1% or 2% of last week and the week before, and within 1% or 2% of each other. Nationally, 67% of the corn crops rated in good to excellent condition, 68% of the soybeans. In other words,
best crop conditions since the summer of 2020.
Many producers reportedly are busy trying to sell off some of last year's crops to make room for what looks to be a pretty big harvest coming up. Gary Crawford for the U.S. Department of Agriculture.
In more exciting ag news, the National FFA organization has reached a record-breaking milestone of more than 1 million members. The current membership number is 1,027,273, up 8.6% from last year. National FFA, a nationally recognized school-based student leadership development organization, says states that have shown the largest membership percentage growth this past year are Utah, Florida, and Alaska. Also making headlines, the Congressional Budget Office released an official cost estimate of the House Ag Committee's Farm Bill and said it's $33 billion over budget and fails to pay for a large increase in crop subsidies. House Ag Chair G.T. Thompson says if the CBO doesn't change its mind, he'll rely instead on the House Budget Committee to overrule the CBO. The CBO cost estimate, released last Friday, creates a large obstacle to passing a farm bill that Congress is already 10 months late in passing. The House bill will increase commodity supports by $45 billion over 10 years, cut SNAP funding by $29 billion, and greatly restrict USDA's use of Commodity Credit Corporation funds for discretionary spending. Thompson says the proposed limitations on the $30 billion bill USDA reserve would save more than enough money to offset the expense of increasing the reference prices that trigger crop subsidy payments by 15%. Making national headlines, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz was named as running mate for Vice President Kamala Harris on the Democratic ticket against former President Donald Trump and his running mate Senator J.D. Vance. In terms of the campaign, the former prosecutor from San Francisco chose a Midwesterner from Minnesota to counter the former New York real estate mogul's pick of a Midwesterner from Ohio. Walz has been viewed as a Democratic rural Midwest counter to Vance. I'll have your closing markets after this.
Hey Ohio, exciting news coming to you from Ohio's Country Journal. Subscribe or renew your free subscription by September 20th of 2024 and you could win one of 4 50-inch televisions. Ohio's Country Journal is free, but subscribers have to renew their subscriptions every 3 years to continue to receive it. Subscribe or renew to stay updated on all things Ohio, from agricultural insights to rural lifestyle. Don't miss out. Visit our website today at ocj.com/renew.
The markets are brought to you by Seed Consultants, Simply Better Performance, online at seedconsultants.com. September corn closed at $3.88 3/4, down 2. December corn at $4.05 1/4, down 1 3/4. August soybeans closed at $10.28 1/2, down 15 3/4. November soybeans at $10.26 3/4, down 14. September wheat ended at $5.43 1/4, up 3 3/4. July 2025 wheat at $6.04 1/4, up 2 3/4. August live cattle closed at $181.98, up 43 cents. October live cattle at $179.05, up 5 cents. August lean hogs closed at $91.28, up 13 cents. October lean hogs at $76.40, up 68 cents. September feeder cattle closed at $240.58, down 68 cents. October feeder cattle at $239.03, down 20 cents. September class 3 milk closed at $20.35, up 62 cents. This is the Ohio Ag Net.